morning to all. We are discussing about the paper number 12, BSc 3 Microbiology of the semester 5. Name of the paper, Agriculture Microbiology. And in that Agriculture Microbiology, we are studying about this 4 units. Out of these 4 units here, the first unit, soil microbiology. In this soil microbiology, what of the soil? Then physical characteristics of the soil, chemical characteristics of the soil, and soil microorganisms, and role of microorganism in the soil. So these are the different points we will discuss in this soil microbiology. We see the first soil microbiology. So what is this soil microbiology? What is the soil? Definition of the soil. Here, definition. So what is soil? Here, it is a loose outermost layer of the earth crust. It is a loose outermost layer. Here, outermost layer of earth crust. It is a loose outermost layer of the earth crust. Here, consisting of rock, mineral particle, consisting of rock, mineral particles, as well as it also contains the humus and microorganisms. It means that it is a loose outermost layer of the earth crust consisting of the rock material, mineral particles, humus and microorganisms. It is a very simple definition of this term soil. Actually, this soil in Marathi is the mud. You know this. But it is outermost layer of this loose outermost layer of the earth crust. Here, so this soil, here, it is soil. Microbiology, it is unique to microbiological. This soil, it is unique. It is unique due to, why it is unique? Because of 3 reasons. The first reason is that it is the natural medium and it contains here, it is the natural medium. It is the natural medium. Why? Because it is the natural medium? Because it contains almost all the nutrients. And being the presence of almost all the nutrients, so that this soil here, it also contains almost all the types of organisms. It also contains here almost all the types of organisms. All the types of microorganisms, including bacteria, fungi, actinomyces, algae, protozoans, as well as also the viruses. So, because of such a natural medium, it contains almost all the types of organisms. That's why it is unique. This is the first reason. The second reason is there. Here, why it is unique? Because here it is a dynamic site for microbial interaction. It is the dynamic site here for the microbial interaction. Microbial interaction. So what is the interaction? It means association. It is a dynamic site for the microbial interaction. So why it is a dynamic site for the microbial interaction? Because in the soil, different interactions are there. Different associations are there. Among that, 3 basic associations are there. Micro-microbial association, micro-plant association, and micro-animal association. Among these 3 types of association, again the different groups of the associations are there. One, symbiosis, commensalism, predation, and parasitism. So what is symbiosis here? So this symbiosis is the mutual association. In that both partners are benefited. Example, here rhizobium and the plant root system. Leguminous plant root. here both partners are benefited. Leguminous plant root is benefited, as well as here rhizobium organism is also benefited, because these organisms mixes the nitrogen from the atmosphere and supply the nitrogen to the plant body. Whereas this plant or this root of the plant, it gives the shelter to this rhizobium species. That's why both partners are benefited, so that it causes symbiosis. So such interactions are there in this soil, like symbiosis, commensalism, predation, and also the parasitism. All the types of these associations are there, and that's why it is a dynamic side for this microbial interaction, and therefore it is unique. As well as the third reason is there. What is the third reason for this? Why it is unique to the micro unique? Because it is a region. Here it is the region. It is the region where the degradation of organic matter is there, where the degradation of organic matter, organic matter in short OM, microorganism MO. Here, see the difference. OM organic matter, MO microorganism. So it is a region where the degradation of organic matter is there. What is the organic matter here? It is a complex organic material. It is a complex of organic material, and this organic material here is not easily assimilated by the organism, because it is highly complex. That's why it should be converted into simple form, and that's why the degradation is there. And then this degradation, what is the degradation? Is the conversion of the complex compound into simple form. Conversion of complex compound into simple form by the action of the organism, so that it causes degradation, but it is catalyzed by the organism, therefore it is called a microbial degradation. So most of these organic compounds, complex organic compounds are there in the cell soil. They are not easily taken by the organism or also the plant body. That's why these organic compounds they are converted into simple form, like cellulose to the glucose. Cellulose is a complex organic compound which supply the carbon source and convert it into a simple form, that is glucose. And then this glucose is very simple molecule, and this simple molecule is easily assimilated by the organism and also the plant nutrient or plant body. So the first reason, the process is there. Degradation of organic matter becomes there in the soil. That's why it is a region where the degradation of organic matter is there. That's why it is unique. Then the second part is there. Why it is a region where the weathering of the rock is there. Here, weathering of the rock. Weathering of rock. What is the weathering of the rock? What is weathering? Weathering is rocky. After this weathering of the rock, weathering of the rain as well as also the air and also the temperature. And then this rock is weathered into simple powder form, and this powder form here is the outer loose material. And this outer loose material here is the cell soil. So this cell soil here is a region where the degradation of the material is also there, where the weathering of the rock is there. And after the weathering, it converts to the loose outermost layer, and that loose outermost layer is the cell soil. And the third part is there. Here it is a region where the nutrition of the crop is there. Where the nutrition of the crop. So it is a region which supplies the nutrients to the cell crop. The simple nutrients which are obtained in the cell soil, and these simple nutrients, they are taken by the cell crop or cell plant with the help of the root system. And here, so being the cellular mechanisms which occur in the cell region, in the cell soil or in this region, that's why it is unique. What three different reasons are there why this soil is unique? Because here it is a natural medium and it contains almost all the nutrients. Why is it a natural medium? It contains almost all the nutrients, and being the presence of almost all the nutrients, that's why it contains almost all the types of organisms. Okay, so this is the first reason. Second reason, all the microbial interactions are there in the cell soil. Like India, all the people with a different castes, different religions, they are living together without any hesitation. Similar thing is there in the cell soil. Here in the cell soil, almost all the organisms are there. They are living together with pressure interactions. With there is pressure interaction, that's why it is the dynamic side for this microwave interaction. The third, yeah, in the region, three mechanisms are taken place. One, degradation of organic matter is also there. Yeah, again, basin of the rock is there on which the soil is formed. And after this degradation, the simple nutrients are there. And these simple nutrients they are supplied to the plant, yeah, via root system. So these are the chart. So why this soil is unique? Because of the three reasons. And then, so this soil it consists of five major constituents. Yeah, the soil, yeah, consists of five major constituents or components. Which five major components are there in the soil? The first, the soil consists of five major components. The first, mineral matter, water. First component, major component, mineral matter. Second, water. Third, air. The fourth major important component is organic matter. Fourth, organic matter, and the fifth, organic matter, and the fifth component is there. Here it is the microorganism. Microorganism. The soil consists of the five major components, including the five mineral matter, then water, air, organic matter, and microorganisms. Out of this all these are five major components. Here, the composition of the soil, such composition of the soil depends on the two major parameters. The soil composition, organic matter, water, air, mineral matter, all these. This soil composition depends on depends on the two major factors. The soil composition is based on one, location of the soil, and second, it is also based on location of the soil, and it is also based on the type of the soil. Type of soil. What type of soil is there? Whether the soil is a sandy soil, whether the soil is a loamy soil, whether the soil is a clay soil. So these same types of soil that we say in the next part. But here, on the basis of the types of soil, the soil composition is also reflected. On the basis of the location, again the soil composition is also reflected. Why? Because here, at all the temperature, at all the region, same type of soil is not there. Example, in Kerala, different type of soil. Sangli, again the different type of soil is also there. That depends on the location. As well, at the in Rajasthan, the soil is also different. In MP, soil is also different. In JM, soil is also different. Jammu Kashmir. As well as so, on the basis of location, the soil composition is also changed. So, what is the soil composition? The table is there for this soil composition. Table composition of the soil. Composition of soil. What composition is there? One. First column, component. Second column, second column, amount in terms of percentage. Amount in terms of percentage. The first component in the soil, mineral matter. First component, mineral matter. How much concentration is there? It is about 45%. It is about this 45%. The second, water component. How much component is there? 24.6%. Air, again 24.6%. Third component. While the fourth component, in the soil, organic matter. Organic matter. OM. How much component is there? Organic matter, it is about 5%. Organic matter 5%. And the fifth component, microorganism. Microorganism, it is about 0.8%. Here it is a total 100%. Here mineral matter 45%, water and air here 24.6, 25.6. It means that out of this all this is important component. Here the water and air occupy the half portion of the soil. म्हणजे जवळजवळ निम्मा पोर्शन सॉइलचा water and air occupy केला जातो. And out of this all this here, and next to that mineral matter. And this mineral matter it contains some soil particles and all this. And remaining part is there in the soil. Here organ matter only 5%. Here up to the 6%, and microorganisms here only 0.8% or up to the 1%. So here tremendous here hundreds of organisms are there in the soil, and all these organisms they are in this 0.8%. जेवढे organisms असतील ते सगळे 0.8% मध्ये. Here including bacteria, fungi, algae, actinomyces, here then viruses as well as also the protozoans. All the atoms are there in this 0.8% concentration. So this is the composition of the soil. So after studying the same composition, here, so this soil it has the different characteristics, and the characteristics of the soil here are in the characteristics of the soil. Soil characters are categorized into two major groups. Yeah, next point is there. The soil characters are categorized in two major groups. Yeah, two major types or two major groups. The first, physical characters of the soil, and second, chemical characters of the soil. Second, here, chemical characters of the soil. Physical characters and chemical characters. Two major groups are there. Here, on the basis of the soil characters, here, physical characters and also the chemical characters. That means, this soil, it has some physical characters and also the chemical characters. Out of this, two characters, the first, physical characters of the soil. Physical characters of soil. External features of the soil. Physical characters. Here, the physical characters of the soil related to the size of the soil particles. Physical character of the soil is related to size of soil particles. Size of here soil particles. It is related to the size of the soil particle and also the arrangement of the soil particles. And size and arrangement of the soil particles. Arrangements of the soil particles. The first physical characteristic of soil related to the size of the soil particles and also the arrangements and types of the soil particles. Types of the soil particles. In general, this soil it consists of 4 types of the soil particles. In general, the soil consists of 4 types of soil particles. 4 types of soil particles. Okay, so which 4 types of the soil particles? 4 types of soil particles on the basis of size. On the basis of their size. On the basis of the size of the particles, here all the soil particles are in the 4 different types. This soil consists of the 4 types of soil particles on the basis of their size. So which 4 types of the soil particles are there? The first soil particle, first type, stone and gravel particles. Stone and gravel particles. Stone and gravel. One is stone and gravel on the basis of their size. The first group of the soil particles there, stone and gravel. And these stone and gravel, those soil particles have the size more than those particles have the diameter more than 2 mm. Those soil particles here, those soil particles have the diameter more than here 2 mm, more than 2 mm. So these all these sinusoid particles, they are in the first group. Yeah, stone and gravel particles. So all these are particles, those particles which are having the sun size here more than 2 mm in diameter. So all these particles, they are in the first group, stone and gravel particles. Stone and gravel particles. So these stone and gravel particles here, stone and gravel particle, this is the first type. Then second type the soil particle is there. Yeah, sand particle. Second type, sand particles. What are the sand particles? Particles which are having the size in between 0.05 to 2 mm in diameter. The size of the soil particle ranges from 0.05 mm to here 2 mm in diameter. Okay, those particles which are having the size in this range 0.05 mm to the 2 mm. So all these particles, they are called as sand particles. They are called as sand particles. Where these sand particles, they are usually gritty particles. Gritty particle. Gritty. Okay. They are gritty particles. What are sand particles? The particles which are soil particles which are having the cell size in the range between 0.05 mm to 2 mm. So these particles, they are the sand particles. Whereas the third type of particle is here. Third type is soil particle here. And the third type, it is the silt particle. Silt particle. Which particles are called as silt particles? The particles here, the size of cell particles in between 0.002 mm to 0.05 mm. Size ranging from 0.002 mm to 0.05 mm. 0.05 mm. Those soil particles which are having the cell size in between 0.002 mm to the 0.05 mm. So all the soil particles, they are the silt particles. They are the silt particles. Where these silt particles, they are usually referred as medium-sized particles. They are usually referred as here medium-sized particles. They are usually referred as medium-sized particles. त्याला काय म्हणलं जातं? Medium size. Large size particles, stone and gravels. दगड दोन्ही. Then here sand and sand particles. Okay? नदीचे sand. Okay? And then the third, silt particles. So those particles which are having the cell size in between the range 0.002 mm to 0.05 mm. So all these cell particles, they are the silt particles or they are medium-sized particles. And the fourth type of the soil particle is there, here clay particle. Here clay particles. So which the particles, this fourth group is there, here they are the clay particles. Here the particles which are the soil particles which are having the cell size less than 0.002 mm. Here less than 0.002 mm. Those particles, soil particles which are having the cell size in between having the cell size less than 0.002 mm. So these particles, they are the clay particles. Or in short, they are also called as fine particles. They are also termed as fine particles. Okay? Stone and gravel particle, they are also referred as a coarse particle. Here sand particle, they are called as gritty particle. Then silt and silt particle, they are also referred as a medium-sized particle. And here, the clay particles, here they are usually called as fine particles. Clay, that sometimes आपण त्याला गाळाची गरज म्हणतो. क्ले कोट, टेनिसमध्ये क्ले कोट असतो. एकदम आणि फाईन सॉइल असतं. Yeah, so these are clay particles are there. So these are clay particles, they are very small size particles. And all the particles, they have the first group, fourth group, that are clay particles. So on the basis of the size of several particles, placing the cell soil, all the cell soil particles, they are categorized into four categories. One, stone and gravel particles, they are the usually large size particles, or they are also referred as coarse particles. Then second type is also the sand particles. Here the particles which have the certain size in between 0.05 mm to 2 mm. So all the particles they are in the second group. Third type of particle, yeah, medium sized particle. They are also referred as the seed particles. The size of the particles are ranging from 0.002 mm to 0.05 mm. The fourth type of the particle, they are very fine particles, yeah, because they have the certain size less than 0.002 mm in diameter. So all these particles they are in the fourth group, they are the clay particle. That is the clay particle. So yeah, so first part is there. The physical characteristics on the basis of the types of the size of the soil particles and arrangement of the soil particles. Types of the soil particles, 4 types are there on the basis of their size. 4 groups of soil particles are there on the basis of their size in terms of the diameter. Okay? And then on the basis of the cell arrangement, okay, next character is there. In case of the physical characteristics of soil, yeah. First character, the size of the particle. Second character, under the physical character, yeah. And this second character, the soil texture. Soil texture. What is the soil texture? Yeah, soil texture. This is one of the important physical characters. It refers to the relative proportion of sand particles, silt particles, and clay particles in the soil. Yeah, it refers to the relative proportion of sand, silt, and clay particles. Yeah, clay particles. How much sand particles are there? How much silt particles are there? And how much these clay particles are there in the soil? On which this relative proportion indicates the soil texture. Soil texture पाहिलं जातं. Okay, so this texture is relative proportion of soil, sand, silt, and clay particles. So this is relative proportion of the sand and clay particles here, on which the textural class is to be determined. Textural class in this soil on the basis of the relative proportion of sand particles, silt particles, and clay particles in terms of the percentage. How many sand particles are? How much percent of the sand particles are there? How much percentage of the silt particles are there? And also the clay particles are there. On the basis of this percentage, yeah, we can determine the textural class. Sand particle किती आहे, clay particle किती आहे, आणि silt particles किती आहे. त्याच्यावर एक textural class तयार करायचा. And that textural class is determined on the basis of the textural triangle. Yeah. So on the basis of the textural classes, here this is soil particles. Usually, here each class is represented by each textural class is represented in textural triangle. Yeah, textural triangle is represented in textural triangle. Each textural class is represented in textural triangle. So how many textural classes are there? हे कशावर ठरवणार आपण? तर त्या प्रत्येक क्लासमध्ये सिल पार्टिकल्स किती आहेत, सॅन्ड पार्टिकल्स किती आहेत, क्ले पार्टिकल. ह्या तिन्हीचं प्रपोर्शन किती आहे त्याच्यावर एक क्लास. परत दुसरा क्लास, दिस थर्ड क्लास. या each textural class is represented in the textural triangle. And here usually there are 12 textural classes are there. 12 textural classes of the soil. 12 textural classes are there. Which 12 textural classes? The first here, clay, silt, sand. Here, clay, silt, sand. Okay? Clay soil, silt soil, sand soil. First textural class, clay soil. Then silt soil, sand soil, sandy soil. Then loamy. Yeah, loamy soil. Okay, the fourth class is there. Loamy soil, yeah, sandy silt, sandy clay, silty clay. Yeah, sandy clay, Here, silty clay. Next class, sixth class, silty clay, clay loam. Here, clay loam. Then clay loam. Then silt loam. Clay loam, silty clay. Here, sorry, clay loam, silty clay. Then here, silty clay, clay loam, silt loam. Here, silt loam. Silt loam. Then next to that, here, sandy loam. Here, sandy loam. This is the ninth texture class. Sandy loam. Then here, loamy sand. Here, loamy sand. Loamy sand. Then here, loamy sand. Silt clay loam. Silt clay loam. And silt clay loam. And here, sandy clay loam. Here, sandy clay loam. These are the 12 textural classes. Here, silt, clay, silt, sand, loamy soil, sandy clay, silt clay, clay loam, silt loam. Here, sandy loam, loamy sand, silt clay loam, sandy clay loam. So all these are the 12 textural classes. Whereas loamy soil is very important. Whereas loam soil or loamy soil. What is the loamy soil? Yeah, it consists of equal proportion of sand, silt and clay particle. It consists of here equal proportion of sand, silt and clay particles. Sand, silt and clay particles. It consists of equal proportion of the sand, silt and clay particles. Equal proportion. Out of the 100 grams, 35, 35, 35 or 33, 33, 33. 33% sand particles, 33% silt particles and 34% clay particles. Only 1% difference in there. But it consists of the soil which consists of equal proportion of the sand particles, silt particles and clay particles. So this soil is the clay soil. This soil is the loamy soil. Loam soil, equal proportion. So how to dimension the same texture class? So these texture class is determined with the help of the textural triangle. So what textural triangle is there here? It is a textural triangle. Here, textural triangle. And to this textural triangle, here it is the left side. According to the bicep. Okay, left side, right side, and base. First, second, and base. Okay. Here, at this region is the percentage of clay. Here is the percentage of sand. And here it is the percentage of this percentage of this silt, percentage of clay, and here it is the percentage of silt percentage. In terms of how much silt percentage is there? Here 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 and 90. Okay? Here 100 clay, here 90, 80, here 70, 60, here again the 50, here 40, it is the 30, here it is the 20, and here it is the 10%. 10% clay. 10% clay. Yeah, 10 to 90. 10 to 90. Okay. Clay percentage seed percentage, and here again the sand percentage. Here and it ranges from 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 and 90. And here it is the 100. Okay. What is the concentration? Here it is like this. Okay. Then next to that, again parallel to the here. Okay. Here it is a, and next to this here it is here it is a, this portion here it is a clay soil. Clay soil, and at this region here equal proportion is there of this silt, clay and sand, so that it is a loamy soil. Here this portion here is the this portion again. Here it is the clay loam. Clay loam. आता त्याला clay loam का म्हणायचं? Loamy soil का म्हणायचं? Silt, clay loam. Why such soils are named? ते कसे नावं दिली जातात? Yeah. So equal portion of soil, silt and clay and particles. Yeah. These are texture classes on which you can get 12 texture classes are there. This is about the textural triangle. So how to remember? Percent of the sand particles, silt particles and clay particles. So for this preparation here, take the soil. Take the soil and natural soil and sieve the soil. Sieve the soil through the 100 mesh sieve. Through 100 mesh sieve चालन नको त्याला 100 mesh sieve. Yeah. So this is a sieve 100 mesh sieve. Here it is a 100 mesh sieve. So these are the poles. What is a 100 mesh? 100 mesh sieve. It means that here 100 pores are there in 1 square centimeter. 100 pores per square centimeter. एका square centimeter मध्ये या 100 pores are there. Yeah, there are 100 mesh sieve. It is 100 mesh sieve. So these are sieve. Yeah, it is 100 mesh sieve. Sieve the soil with this 100 mesh sieve, and then after sieving, yeah, you can get this soil. It is the 100 mesh sieve soil. Yeah, it is the 100 mesh sieve soil. 100 mesh sieve soil. Sieve soil. Okay, एक साथ soil है. 100 mesh sieve soil. And then after that, so this 100 mesh sieve soil. Yeah, 100 mesh sieve soil. Each first pass to the 170 mesh sieve. Yeah, 170 mesh sieve. 170 mesh sieve. Okay. Yeah, 100 mesh sieve soil. 100 mesh sieve soil. Yeah, this again pass to the 170 mesh sieve. Yeah, after passing, yeah, the particles which are having the size less than the pore size. Yeah, so all the particles get pass to this sieve or to this pore and come to the next container. Okay, the soil which remains in this 100 ml soil, so this soil is the one of the types of soil particle. And this शिल्लक राहिलेली soil after sieving, the remaining soil, the particles which are having the more size and this more diameter. So these particles they retain in this sieve, and then these particles here they are this soil is the first type of soil particle. Okay, here the particles which remain in this 170 ml sieve. So these particles here, they are the largest size particles. They are the largest size particles. They are usually called as sand particles. They are usually called as sand particles. So the soil which pass through this 170 ml sieve. So this soil again it is taken into the next sieve, and this next sieve is the 240 ml sieve. 240 ml sieve. Okay. 240 ml sieve. कारण किती ती 240 ml. म्हणजे 240 म्हणजे काय होईल तर 240 pores are there in 1 square centimeter. So more number of pores, that's why the size of pore is very small. So that this soil which percolated to this sieve to this 170 ml sieve. So this soil is passed to the taken into 240 ml sieve, and again it is sieved through this 240 ml sieve. And then finally here the soil particles which are retained in this 240 ml sieve. So these particles they are the sieve particles, and the particles which are here percolated to this 240 ml sieve. So these soil particles they are taken in this container, and then the soil particles which are very small particles they are taken in this container. So this soil is the clay particle. It is the clay particle. How much soil was taken? 100 ml soil, 100 gram. Take the soil and 100 ml soil. 100 ml soil is added to this soil. Is around path to the 170 ml sieve. How much? 100 gram. 100 gram, 100 ml soil. 100 gram, 100 ml soil घ्यायची. ही 170 ml मध्ये पास करा. नंतर 240 ml मध्ये पास करा. And then the soil which comes at the bottom or in the container. So these soil particles they are very fine particles, and these particles they are called the clay particles. The soil which remains in the center 240 ml sieve. So these soil particles they are the more moderate size particles. So this soil is called the clay particle, or these soil particles they are the clay particles, and the soil particles which are retained in the 170 ml sieve. Yeah, they are the largest soil particles, and that's why so these soil here in the these soil particles they are usually called as sand particles. Then how many soil was taken? 100 gram. So how much soil retained in the first sieve? How much soil particle retained in the second sieve? And how much soil is collected in the container? Final container or in the collector. Okay. म्हणजे इथं शिल्लक किती शिल्लक राहिली, इथं कलेक्ट झाली, पहिल्या सिस्टीम मध्ये किती शिल्लक राहिली, दुसऱ्या सिस्टीम मध्ये किती शिल्लक राहिली, त्याचं वेट घ्यायचं. टोटल वेट 100 gram. Out of that here, then you can take the weight of this soil present in this each sieve. Yeah, in case of sand particle, in case of the first sieve, how much weight of the soil is there? It is about here 40 gram. Here, in case of this first sieve particle, here it is about 30 gram. In second sieve, how much soil remains? What is the weight of the soil? 30 gram. And here, last here again it is the 30 gram. Again the 30 gram. Yeah, 35. Yeah, then 25. 25. Okay, 40 gram. The soil particles in this first sieve. Soil particles in the second sieve 35 gram. And soil particles in the third sieve 25 gram. So out of this here, it means that what is the percentage of sand particles? Sand particle percentage here 40%. Silt particle percentage 35%. And here clay particle percentage here 25%. Then here Out of this seed particles, there are 25%. Here, sand particles, seed particles, and clay particles. Here, which particles are dominant? I don't say dominance, you can't give the name to the cell, same texture class. So what is the name to the cell soil? Texture class? Here, which particles are dominant? Sand particles. That's why it is a sandy soil. Next to that, here, silt soil. Next to that, as a silt particles. Here, sandy silt. Sandy silt soil. So by this way, you can make the cell class on the basis of dominance of the soil particles. Okay, all 4 texture 12 texture classes are there. Out of this here, the loamy soil, loam class or loamy soil class is very important because it contains contains equal portion of the sand particles, silt particles, and clay particles. Near about 33%. So this cell soil, the particles reach with the sand particle. So this soil is the coarse soil. Here it has the less water retention capacity. And the particle reach with the clay, the soil reach with the clay particle. So this soil here it is clay particle. So this cell soil here is the fine soil. It has more water retention capacity. Okay. Up to this here, the texture class is there. The first physical character is there of the soil. The texture class of the soil and particles of the soil. Okay.